Hi guys, it's Damien from the Riddle Box Candy Company again with another video on how to sell your baked goods, candies, sweets and treats, and all things sugary on Etsy. Specifically Etsy, this video will be about. I do have a few videos that I will be putting together for Amazon, eBay, and a few other sites that you can sell your products as well. I'm in the process of finishing a book on how to sell online when it comes to edible food products such as sweets, candies, cake pops, cake balls. I've been doing this now for several years online. We collectively have, I think it's about 30,000 transactions we've done so far. We've sold to 15 countries around the world. Right now we average, in 2015, we're doing about 400 views a day on our shop on Etsy alone. So I will teach you how we marketed ourselves and also got ourselves through social media to attract a lot more customers. A little rundown about myself. I hold a degree in marketing. My passion is candy making and making all kinds of sweets and such. That's what my wife and I do full time. I also hold 7 patents for inventions that I've created, and I have a few other accomplishments that I've done online. But the video is really about the tips on how to grow your existing Etsy business, or if you want to start one. So today specifically I want to talk about if you're into making food products by hand, what are like the most popular things, or at least what have I seen over the years that I've been doing this. What is the best selling products and some of the best ways to market that product. Our best, highest, most searched keyword, which kind of indicates the most popular item that people look for on Etsy, at least in our shop, is wedding favors. Etsy is a fantastic place for people who put together or who can put together large quantities of their products for weddings, events such as corporate gatherings or family get-togethers, whatever it may be, where there's a large amount of people, where you can sell a large amount of product. Wedding favors are hugely popular. We have actually catered events in 10 countries using Etsy, and our favors specifically are, of course, are geared towards candies and such. Your packaging, however it may be, whatever the product is, if you make soaps, if you're doing jams or jellies, if you're making edible flowers or arrangements, things of that sort that are food related, the packaging, as long as it can be broken down and put into a package that's kind of a single serve or a single person or a couple, that could be put onto a table for a wedding, as a reception, or a bridal shower. There's also groomsmen parties where the guys get together, and believe it or not, we've done a few of those with some of our products. So you want to just kind of figure out what it is that you make, and if you can make variations of it, and if those variations can be packaged in a way that would attract customers to buy 50 pieces, 100 pieces, or more. The largest party that we've ever done actually was over 1,000 pieces. So the opportunity to do big events like that are definitely out there, and you can get them through Etsy. But figure out what you do if it's something that's handmade. If you can mass produce it, and of course get it to the customer in the time that they need it or requested it, you can make some really good money. We make a very good living doing what we do, and it's about 80% online. We are in retail stores as well with our products and a few other avenues, but the bulk of our business is online, and Etsy has been a great platform for us to do that with. One thing you need to keep in mind as well is your price points. If you offer a product and you have a set retail price for that individual product, keep in mind that if you have a customer who approaches you that needs 100 or more pieces, you want to kind of work on giving them a discount or reduce the price in shipping. A lot of times what we do with many of our larger orders is that we'll combine shipping, and we'll give them a better price for shipping as well as a discount. If you have a margin of 35 to 45% or greater, you can kind of spare by giving them a 10% discount, and you're still going to make good money on their product. That's just something that I'm only speaking about what we do. If you can accommodate that price range or those types of price points by giving them a 10% discount off of your suggested retail price of the product, you'll attract more buyers. You got to also keep in mind that the great thing about larger events is the fact that you have a chance to reach let's say 100 people, if you've got 100 people at a wedding reception, those are 100 potential customers that you're going to have the opportunity to do business with. So if you can, and you can give them a discount and you attract that customer to buy 100 or more units, then you've actually invested in your company by getting almost 100 more customers potentially. That's how we look at it. And we have a lot of customers who come to us and say, hey, you know, I was at my cousin's wedding and your favors were on the table. I'm getting married in a couple months. Can you give me a quote? And that's just a great way to it snowballs. It becomes more and more, and then you start to get more and more customers. So that's a great way. Also, if you have a product that's appealing, that can be appealing to companies that offer gifts to customers or clients or companies that they do business with as a business-to-business gift, those potential businesses that they send the product to, again, you've got the opportunity to grow your business and attract more customers just from those gifts that those corporations buy from you. Companies have pretty good-sized budgets, the larger ones, to send out gifts and such, and it's always a great way. If you're looking to drum up new business, what I would recommend you do, and this is what we've done, is that you can approach a company, find out who their marketing manager is or the one in charge of marketing, and then send them a sample, put together a package, what you do and how you do it, explain to them the price points, explain to them your discounts for certain bulk size orders depending on how many they're ordering, and send the company a sample. It never hurts. It's a very easy way to drum up new business, and then steer them to your Etsy shop. You let them know, hey, I got a storefront. I run an e-commerce site on Etsy, and you can check us out, and then just add the URL to your shop, and then let them come and see what you can do. Anyways, really quick tip, really fast video. If you have any other questions, or if there's anything I can help you with, feel free to ask me down below, and of course subscribe to our channel. We're relatively new to YouTube as far as these videos are concerned, so little by little we'll be adding more and more, and I will be putting together that book, and I'm hoping the next couple of months I'll have it out, and it'll be a book specifically geared towards handmade items that are of the edible nature, candies, fudge, whatever it may be. If you're doing cookies or cakes, we have over 500 items, so I've probably dabbled in, if you're making something, I've probably tried to make it and sell it. So if you want to ask me any questions you want, I'm going to put up a few other videos, and good luck to you guys. Hey guys, doing another couple quick videos tonight. I have a really cool idea on how to grow your business. Just if you don't know much about me yet, if you haven't seen any of my videos, I own and operate a candy company that I started very, very small. Initially, quite a few years back, I started out of my house and started very, very small, grew it into a very successful business, selling online. We are on Amazon, Etsy. We started on eBay. We have our company site, and we have several other platforms that we sell on, and we've actually shipped to, I think it's about 15 countries so far, as well as all over the U.S. But I have a really cool video. When you operate a business, when you start one online, the marketing strategy is much different than a marketing strategy that you want to advertise for a brick and mortar type of operation. We utilize a lot of social media. We use a ton of social media. I'm a big believer in using social media. Literally every single day, I'm on social media probably about an hour to 2 hours doing additional marketing and promoting and getting the word out about our company and our business and our products. So a really cool idea that I looked into, and I kind of did a little experiment with. I experimented with this probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago, just to really quick see if I would get a response and see if I get some additional followers. So here's what I did. Of course, everyone knows Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, Instagram, etc., etc. We are on all of those. What I did end up doing is I actually went to Pinterest, and I started to kind of think outside the box on how to attract more pinners and more people to actually come to our Pinterest boards that we've got up that are basically promoting a lot of our candies and different stuff that we do. So I started to think to myself, I kind of know the demographic of our customer. Actually, I know it very well. We have most of our customers are women who buy a lot of the sweets and the treats and stuff that we have. They send them a lot of times for gifts to other people, and they buy stuff for themselves. So I started to brainstorm and come up with some ideas of what people would actually be, what women specifically would be interested in as far as on Pinterest what type of boards and what type of pins are they mostly interested in. So what I did is I created several boards with a couple hundred pins each. One of them was fashion, one of them was jewelry, a handful of other pins that are kind of products and services related to the demographic who buys our candy. So the thought process was, if I can create a board and I can get a lot of pins that would attract women in that age group, in that demographic, of the ones that we know for sure who buy from us, that traffic will actually end up being more recognizable, give us more exposure for our candy, for what we really do, by creating multiple boards with the interests of those demographics. I hope that makes sense to you. I'll kind of break it down and recap it again real quick. So the idea was this, that if we've got a section, we've got a segment, a demographic of women who really buy our products, who we know the age group, we know basically a lot about what they do, what they buy. If you can create additional boards with pins that would be of interest to those women, you would get them to come to your Pinterest page, and then from there they would see the multiple boards and start seeing candies and other things. And then the ideas would be like, well, maybe I can get a gift for a family member, maybe I can use them to kind of cater my corporate event, or maybe I can get them to do some favors with some candy. So that was my thinking. So in a matter of only a couple of weeks, we picked up a couple hundred extra followers, and our sales on certain products that we had just pinned on the boards, we had an increase in sales. So it actually ended up working. It's a really neat tip. If you have any questions on how I did it, I'll put a little description under the video of how we did it. I'll recap it into some words and some text. But try to follow me with that, and see if do a little experiment with your business. If you're online, if you're on Etsy, if you sell on eBay, if you're on Amazon or your own site, try to think outside the box. Create multiple boards that would be of interest for other products of your customer base, and see if that works for you. It did for us, and like I said, I just did a little experiment. It was a couple weeks. It wasn't very long, but we picked up a couple hundred extra followers. And a couple of hundred is not a bad number. It's not thousands and thousands. But again, it's only been up for a couple of weeks. I can get back with you guys in about 6 months and see if it's moved to several thousand. But the idea was just to think outside the box and really try to come up with some different ways to attract people to your Pinterest page. And of course, you can do this with Facebook. You can do it with Twitter. You can do it with all kinds of other social media, just by brainstorming and coming up with some different ways to attract people, men and women. Of course, for us, it was mainly women. But you can get men and women, you get college students, anyone of interest. Figure out what their other interests may be, or some other things that they could be interested in, and then get them to pick up your page. Well, I hope you liked that video. It's a really quick tip. I'm going to have a book that we're working on. I mentioned it in a couple of videos back. We're almost done with the book that we have. It's going to be all about selling online and marketing products and thinking outside the box when it comes to expanding your brand awareness and growing your brand for your products. We've been doing it for several years, and we're going to share that info with you. Thanks, guys. Hey, guys, it's Damien, back with another video on how to grow your online business, specifically with Etsy, Amazon, eBay, and Bonanza, online venues, platforms that offer kind of a built-in customer base. We operate a candy company, and we have several shops online. We've successfully grown our company from a small family business in our house to a large, full-blown, full-time business in a 2,000 square foot facility. We ship using the internet. So far, we've shipped to 16 countries, and we are now into retail stores as well as online, and we do wholesale as well. So really quick rundown. I've been in business for about 7 years now, my wife and I. Before that, I worked in retail for close to 20 years out of high school and then through college. I also hold a degree in marketing, and I also have several patents. Just to give you a rundown of the experience I have using marketing as well as the retail experience that I've taken. So in retail, there was a neat little way to get customers to come into your stores, and retailers still do this today. There's not a lot of customers who are aware of this, but if you work on the retail side, or if you've been in management, or you've been in the merchandising end of the retail store itself on a day-to-day basis, you're probably familiar with it. The term is called loss leaders. Lost leaders. What loss leaders are products that a grocery store, let's just take a grocery store for example. A grocery store will have 5 or 6 items that are on ridiculously cheap, low price points, sometimes even down to a penny or 5 cents, to get customers just to walk in the door. They call them loss leaders because they lead the customer into the store, but they lose money on the product. But their rationale, the way that they think, and it actually works, and it's true, is that customers don't drive to a store, get out, go and do an entire trip to a retail store just to pick up a 5-cent can of green beans or a 2-cent can of juice. Because while you're there, you're going to end up shopping. So those loss leaders actually got you up and out of your bed, drive to the store, you see that they're on a ridiculously low price, you scoop up a whole bunch of them, and you end up spending about $60, $100 or whatever the amount may be, but you don't go there just for those loss leaders. So what does that mean in regards to internet and having a business online? Well, I'll tell you. The way that you can do that is if you offer, for instance, we're in the candy business. We make all the candies that we sell through our brand name of the Brittle Box. So what I'll do is I'll offer a candy, let's just say a peanut brittle. I can take a peanut brittle that I make, offer it at almost the cost of what it is for me to make it, including my fees of wherever I sell it, whatever platform. If that platform is Amazon, if I sell it on Etsy, calculate your fees. Basically, you want to break even. And I know that's going to sound strange to a lot of people, that why would you want to break even? But the psychology behind that is that you're going to offer a product that a customer is going to see online, and they're going to see that the price is ridiculously low. So they may end up buying 3 or 4 of them, but while they're there, they're going to shop like they do at a retail store. They'll shop through your store online, and they'll end up buying more products. Normally what happens with us is that we offer these loss leaders online, and our customers end up spending an additional $20 or $30. Okay, sorry about that. So the idea is that the customer ends up spending $20 or $30 in their basket. So you've actually made more than just break even. For instance, sometimes occasionally we have customers that will purchase stuff online, and they will just get those loss leader items, those break even price point products, which is fine, because what that will do is set the customer up for an additional return, that they'll come back. Once you actually make that sale and you send the product out and they enjoy it, they'll come back and say, hey, this stuff is actually really good, and look at what they've got here. They've got another product, so they'll end up coming back and spending more money. So the idea of loss leaders can actually be used into the online world and basically used to bring additional revenues to your shop. Try that if you actually have product that you can mark at a break-even price point. Try not to, of course, lose any money, but if you can break even, and if it's a product that you make, it's great because it's going to bring you more customers. It does work. It has worked with us in our shops. You don't necessarily have to have every product in your shop as a profitable one. You can do that loss leader, try it, experiment with it, and see how it works for you. And if it works great, you can actually try to do offer several different products that are just break-even products where the price point is very enticing, and customers are just willing to go ahead and shop and put that in their cart and end up buying several more items. This has been something that has been used in retail for a long, long time. And it's actually still used today. And the idea is really, again, get the customer to come in your store, and once they're there, they're going to end up spending much more than what they would have spent just for your lost leaders. That's not exactly why they came to the store, but it will be something to entice them to come to the store. So keep that in mind and try that with your products. If you make literally anything handmade, you can probably apply this to pretty much any product out there. If you offer 20 or 30 products, make about 2 or 3 of them just loss leaders. Make the price points really enticing and see how that works for your shop. So thanks again. If you'd like to subscribe to us, ask me any question that you want. I'd be happy to help out if I can. And I'll have a whole bunch of new videos on different topics to drive sales. And again, thanks. Hey guys, it's Damien from the Brittle Box Candy Company. This video really quick is going to be about how we have had a chance to work with bloggers to promote our product. If you are in business and you have a product that you make, or specifically a product that you make, sometimes you can do it if it's a product that you don't make and you're looking to just get exposure. But for those people out there who are making products, for us it's actually candy. A little bit about who we are. My wife and I own and operate a candy company. We have had a really great success online. We have shipped our products to over 15 countries, utilizing places like Amazon, Etsy, eBay, Bonanza, and of course our company website. We have had a great success by bringing into the equation social media and other avenues online that have allowed us to get exposure in a big way. But one of the really interesting things is we get approached quite frequently, specifically through Etsy, in regards to product reviews and bloggers who are interested in getting a sample of what we do, and then of course talking about it, posting it on their blog, and et cetera, et cetera. If you have an opportunity to get in touch with, or if a blogger approaches you about doing a product review or discussing in detail what you do, I kind of go through a little bit of a vetting process where I try to see exactly how many followers or how many people who actually go to the blog, how active it is. We have been approached by bloggers who don't have a heck of a lot of people that are following them, and I don't necessarily try to stay away from them, but our goal is to really reach a lot of people. If we're able to get someone who approaches us and wants to talk about our product, we're very excited about it, and we appreciate that very much, but we kind of want to make sure that it's something that would benefit us in as big of a way as possible. So we did just check to see if they have Facebook following, Instagram, Twitter, and such, just to check them out, just to see how active they are, how many followers they do have, and how they interact with the people that they have following them. So back to the bloggers. If you get approached by a blogger and you check them out and they've got a really good following, definitely follow up with them. Send them some samples of the products. If you make a wide variety of products, we actually have about between 400 to 500 items. If you offer a big variety, try to send a variety of products. I don't necessarily mean to send a couple of hundred or even 50 or 60, but probably like 5 or 6 or half a dozen or maybe 10 items if you make that much of a variety. What it's going to do, it'll give the blogger something more than just one specific product that you make to talk about. Not necessarily that it would be boring, but one product out of a lineup of products is not a really good, true representation of what you have as far as the ability to make. If you're very creative, you can come up with a lot of different items. If you're into jewelry making, if you're into clothing, if you're into foods, or if you've got, let's say if you make a line of salsas, but you've got 6 flavors, and a blogger approaches you, and I would say, hey, you know what, send them a sample of each flavor. Let them try a little bit of this, a little bit of that. The variety, as they always say, variety is the spice of life, but giving the blogger or giving somebody to write something about that it's more than just one flavor or one thing that you do, it's good, but it's not great. What it's going to do is it'll allow that blogger to give your product the exposure to thousands of followers that they may have on their blog. And if you've got 6 flavors, just as an example, 6 flavors of a product, and you've got thousands of people looking at it, and there's a flavor on there that one person in particular likes, and they've got 10 friends they're going to tell them about, and you don't send a sample of that to the blogger, you're kind of limiting your ability to attract those customers. I was in retail. I worked in retail for close to 20 plus years before starting my business, and I will tell you, I've worked with a lot of customers and have been around the business for quite some time. And the customers that I've always come in contact with, of course, like variety. They want more than just one flavor, or they're looking for something new or something catchy or trendy. But if you do just that one item or that one flavor, that one particular thing, it's going to limit your ability to get exposure for what you really do. And you need to take advantage of that as a online business, or even a brick and mortar business if you're not online. You want to definitely give people a variety of stuff to take a look at, to sample, to try. And it makes for a more interesting blog write-up, and it makes for a more interesting read for the customer. So just a real quick tip. I don't want to take too much of your time, but definitely look into that. If you are approached by bloggers, or if you're looking for some, another great resource that's new to us just recently is the Google Plus communities. There are tons of blogger communities on Google Plus, and you can actually end up getting bloggers that are more foodies. I speak a lot about food because that's what we do. So if you have if you make a food product or a snack or anything that's edible, there's a lot of foodies that write about that type of stuff. Get in touch with them. Get on these communities that are on Google Plus. Get on Facebook. You can actually find groups on Facebook. And of course, even just Google it. Bloggers, food bloggers, candy bloggers, fine food, gourmet food bloggers, and you can narrow down your search, and it'll help you kind of attract the audience that you're looking for. And so that's a tip. So if there's anything I can help you with, just let us know down there. If you have any questions, definitely subscribe to us. We offer a handful of new videos every single day, and I'll have a handful more coming out. Thanks. Hi guys, it's Damien from the Brittle Box Candy Company. Back again. I have a video. This one's going to be really kind of one of the cooler videos, if you will, about how to, if you've got a private label food product, how to get onto Amazon and do Amazon FBA with your private food labeled products. We started selling about a year ago on Amazon. It is a little different when you begin to sell on Amazon with food products. There are a couple of hoops, if you will, that you have to jump through, but it's not that difficult to do it. You just got to basically send in some information, and I'll get into more detail about how to do that. But it's great if you produce a product, and that it's a handmade product. If it's a product, a food product, a jam, a jelly, preserve, a beef jerky, whatever it may be, and it has a shelf life. This is very important, and I'm going to get more into that in the video too. The shelf life on it, and it allows Amazon to stock it and fill it for you. You might want to definitely watch this entire video, because I'm going to explain to you how we do it with some of the products we make, and it's a great way to get your brand out there, and to get, if you've created a brand and you want to grow it, this is a wonderful way to get exposure for that brand. So we'll go ahead and get started. So the first thing we did about a year ago, we looked into Amazon. I didn't know that much about Amazon. I knew it was just a giant online retailer. That was about it. But we went to Amazon. I went ahead and submitted some products on there, and then found out that in the grocery or gourmet food grocery category, we had to show that we were an actual food producer with our business license, and a few other documentations that they requested. And it's very, very simple. It's just a little time consuming trying to send the information over. But once you get approved for that specific category, you're good to go. And it can open doors for you if you are a edible foods producer of some type of product that can be eaten. It's a little different if you're selling electronics or books. There's a little different scenario with FBA. And I'm not really going to get into that, because I don't do electronics and books with FBA. So once you get it established, you will be approved to sell in that category. If you create a product, we make a lot of candies, hard candies, brittles. We do sprinkles, and we do a handful of items that have a great shelf life. When I say a great shelf life, some of them are up to 2 years, about a year and a half on the product. But it's a unique type of product, what we make specifically. And it kind of gives us an advantage when we're selling on Amazon. So the way it works is pretty much traditionally the FBA process is the same, but you have to establish a product that's got, you got to have your ingredient listing. You need to have a barcode for the food product itself. So let's just say that it's a candy brittle that you make, and it's a specific flavor. It's very unique. It's not just peanut brittle or something. That you have something that's really unlike anything out there, and you want to send it into Amazon. You want to do FBA, so you're going to have them basically, you're familiar with the process. They'll stock the product, ship the product. Traditionally, it's eligible for the free shipping for the Amazon Prime customers, if I'm not mistaken. But it has to have a shelf life. It can be warehoused. It can be shipped. But a great way to do that is to follow the process that they have you do by having a barcode, which you can actually purchase barcodes online. If you Google how to purchase barcodes, there are tons of companies. Do be aware, though, that there are resellers of secondhand barcodes. Now, I know that sounds kind of funny, but there are some barcodes that are used, and then they are, how do I want to put this? They're kind of deactivated from the GSI system. And what happens is that there are companies that will buy those sets of numbers with those barcodes and resell them. You do want to double check with Amazon to find out the standards that they that they require for the type of barcode. I could get into it here, but it's just going to be kind of like a speech for about 2 hours, and I don't necessarily want to do that. But once you've established your product, you get your barcode and get your nutritional information, and you got your ingredient listing. Pretty much has to be a retail ready, as they call it, packaging, which will have all of that information. If you went to a grocery store right now, your traditional packaging as you see it has the barcode, nutritional information, the address of where it's produced, so they can have a paper trail of where it comes from. So all of that information that's on those commercially mass-produced products, you need to have on your packaging. But once you have that set, you can go into Amazon, enter that barcode, and create your listing, put it as an FBA fulfilled item. Amazon will tell you where to ship your FBA food product. And just to give you real quick, just a side note, Amazon lately, from what I read online, it's been about a year and a half to 2 years. They've been investing a tremendous amount of resources and money into the food end of Amazon. As far as sales of books, DVDs, that type of stuff, it's kind of the bread and butter for Amazon, but they've skyrocketed the amount of food products that are being sold and transacted on Amazon. It's been tremendous. It's been in the hundreds of millions, and I think it's in the billions now, annually for the food that's being sold. When I say food, literally everything from canned goods to gourmet foods, organic foods, cooking oils, toilet paper, paper products, anything you find in a grocery store, Amazon is selling it like hotcakes. It's amazing the amount of business they're doing. So it's a great thing to get in, especially if you create a product and it's unique. And yes, there are still unique products and unique flavors of items that are being mass-produced and created by big companies. But the micro brewers, the micro batch people, the people that are mom and pops, similar to like what we do, the unique stuff really sells. If it's hard to find and you can find it on Amazon, it's going to sell. So back on track to what I was saying, once you complete your FBA shipment and you've got it set and you send it out and you've got it in FBA, they receive it in their system and in their inventory, and then you're all set to go. I would really tell you to promote it, and the best way to sell it and get the word out about that specific item is to work with some of the Amazon reviewers, with some of these blogging groups and reviewer groups, is to get your product in their hands and let them talk about it, which increases sales, increases your ability to be recognized for your brand, and it gives feedback. So as the feedback comes in, customers who are interested in that product will definitely take note of what people have said about it as far as the reviewers go, and it gives you great leverage to sell even more. So basically, to recap what I said, if you create a food product, the more unique it is, the better off you are. Make sure your packaging is correct, that you've got all of the needed and necessary information on your packaging. Excuse me. And then go to the FBA section within Amazon selling, if you are already a seller there, and send out your product, and then promote it. And then basically go to social media and get the attention of anyone and everyone that you can within the blogging community, within the food bloggers, if they are food reviewers, if they're product reviewers. Get all of those people's attention, run a sale on it, get some people to give some feedback and reviews, and see where it takes you. So I do hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, ask me any questions that you want down below. Subscribe to our channel. Subscribe to our channel, and if you have any questions, like I said, just simply ask. It's a great way, like I said, if you're a small mom and pop business, it's a great way to get your stuff out there, and Amazon's a good way to do it. Hey guys, it's Damien. I'm here today. I'm going to talk a little bit about how to get your shop to get to the 10,000 a month views on your Etsy shop. We average right now in 2015 roughly 10,000 views a month. It's about 400 a day, and of course that translates into fantastic sales. So let me just give you a really quick snapshot of our shop. Some stats. This is the 10,300 we do so far this month from May to June, and of course the shop views and listing views. Now, how did I do that, and how do I get to? Sorry about that. How do I get to 10,000 a month? Well, I will tell you. We actually take many of our new listings as we add new products. We like to send them over to our social media sites on Facebook, Tumblr, Pinterest, and Instagram and Twitter. We take advantage of all those sites, and it actually translates into fantastic sales. We operate a lot of shops online. We have a candy company, and everything that we make is actually made to order. So all my videos are based on food, products, snacks. It can be applied to anything that you make. If it happens to be candy, beef jerky, jams or jellies, seasonings, rubs, marinades, whatever it may be, the principles of selling these products, making them, packaging them, and price pointing them so you can make a profit and sell them in bulk is what my videos are about. There's a lot of videos on YouTube that are very, very good, that are great and informative about selling on Etsy, but mainly what I see is there's a lot of ones that talk about selling jewelry and other clothing and headbands and things that are not edible. So hopefully my videos will help those out there who are looking for specific information on how to market, package, price, and everything you would need to know to sell your food or edible products, if it happens to be any of those. So, all right, so we get 10,000. How do we get 10,000 views a month? Well, aside from the social media, the idea to utilize social media is great, but it really is time is of the essence type of thing. Every time we add a product and we put a new product up, we instantly add that on to our social media. So it's a constant ongoing thing where we pretty much add products throughout the week from Monday through Saturday. And every time we add a product, we immediately just click on those social media buttons and get them up there as soon as we can. Sometimes we'll double up on them and we'll maybe add them a couple times throughout the day if it's new. Once you start to, of course, get followers, or if you have people who repin products on Pinterest, they get updated and they see that, and it just spreads like wildfire. Also on Etsy, they have a feature that allows you, this is why we love Etsy so much, is a feature that allows you to pay for advertising. And that advertising, you can actually set a budget, a certain amount of money that you're willing to spend each day. Now, you won't necessarily spend that much, but for every ad that's clicked on, they'll charge you. And it's normally between, ours varies from like 7 cents to about 13 cents each. So $9 may not sound like a lot, but if you end up having an ad that costs you 7 cents, you can see how that would add up, and you've got a lot of potential customers clicking onto your ads. So definitely take advantage. Once you've got your Etsy shop open, set your budget, max it out, however much that you're willing to put it on. We do $9 a day, but again, we spend probably about maybe $5 to $6 a day is our actual bill for that. Those are great ways to get views. The great thing is that, excuse me, once you get a view and someone clicks on a product, okay, so I apologize for that. So yeah, definitely set up your budget and max it out as much as you can. And again, a few dollars a day won't make a difference when you've got customers who are spending money in your shop. They end up sending in a couple of friends over, and then you've multiplied that sale into 2 or 3 more sales. So definitely take advantage of the advertising capabilities that Etsy offers. And then remember to utilize those social media sites as frequent as possible. Another great way to get additional views, of course, is to add a flyer that has a little bit of information in their packet when you sell it to a customer. Let them know that maybe you have a couple new flavors of something that you've got coming out, or you have a new package for your product. Also offer, you can do this through Etsy, is selling it in bulk. For instance, if you have one product that you have in a bag and you wanted to enlarge that and allow more customers to have a taste of it, we actually have some products that we sell 6 bags at a time, or 10 bags. Just, you go up in your price of your cost of your product. You charge a little bit more, but what that does is it'll get several bags of your product in the customer's hands, and you never know if their friend is over, their family members, or you can attract new customers with additional sales. And all of that because you're selling them in multiple bags or multiple containers. For instance, if you do jams or jellies or preserves, offer 5 or 6 a variety pack with 5 or 6 flavors. And that way, customers will purchase them, and after they get done eating them, while they're eating them, they may end up sharing them with a neighbor or a family member, and then you've picked up another customer. So definitely think outside the box and think the way that your customer would think if they're looking for your product to increase views on your store site. Of course, that's not the objective, is to get as many views as you can. Your objective is to make money and to make the sale. but with more views, obviously comes more revenue. So, like I said, we average close to 10,000 a month, and that translates into a very good amount of sales. And it takes some time to do it, but it's definitely a great way to utilize the internet in any way, shape, or form that you can to bring people back into your Etsy store. Another great thing that we do, and this is a really cool tip, our company has a website unto its own, and on our website we actually have a link to our Etsy store. Many times you'll find customers that may enjoy shopping on Etsy or are just more comfortable buying stuff through Etsy, and that's great. There's no reason to lose a customer if they maybe are not comfortable or are familiar with your company website. Just add a simple link onto it and allow the customer to go back to Etsy, and they can make a sale through Etsy via your website. It's a tip that we use, a trick that we use on our website now, and it's paid off really well. We've actually had a lot of customers who find us online but then enjoy shopping on Etsy, and that's fine. That's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. I definitely recommend that. If you can leverage your own website to bring customers to you via some other platform, if it's Amazon, eBay, Etsy, Bonanza, definitely take advantage of that. Excuse me. Well, I do hope that these tips have helped out, and if you have any questions, do ask me below. I'll be happy to help you out. I will have about 6 new videos. We're coming up real soon that are going to have some tips on packaging. Hey guys, Thanks. It's Damien again. I've got a really quick video tonight. I'm actually going to talk a little bit about eBay and opening a store selling your handmade goods, food products and such on eBay. I've been selling online now. If you don't know anything about me or if you haven't seen any of my videos just yet, been online for several years. We started a small candy company, my wife and I, and we've grown it to an extremely successful company online. 99.9% of our business is actually done through the internet, but we've shipped worldwide. We have an Etsy store that averages over 10,000 views a month. We have an Amazon store on there as well that we've been on, and of course our company website. We started off on eBay, and it's been very, very successful for us as far as selling our candies and handmade edible items and such. So what I would recommend if you want to start off, if you're looking to have your own website. This is something I did one other video about real briefly, but this one's going to be more specifically about eBay. A great way to get kind of get your feet wet and to start off with is going to be opening an eBay store and starting to sell your products through eBay before you invest time and money into creating a website, which you have to on the back end do a lot of SEO and a lot of search engine optimization to get your website into Google, and then of course to get found, and it's a bit of a process. We've been doing this for several years now, and actually just recently, within the past year, our website, our company website, which has been up for a couple of years, now it's actually starting to get the type of traffic that we wanted to get to the point where we wanted to see it grow, and that's just now beginning to happen. It's not yet where we really want it to be, but it does take time for the Google and the SEO to really kind of kick in and bring you customers. So that's why I'm a big advocate of using places like the eBays, Amazon, Etsy's, because they actually have a built-in customer base. The website itself, the selling platform, has kind of a brand, and in a sense has its own brand and has its own following. So you have a lot of registered buyers who are already at your front door, in a sense, when you open a shop on eBay. So just again, as an example, let's say that you had created some type of a food product and you've got 12 different flavors or 12 different types of items. You don't have to have a million items. You don't have to have a big mega store like at Amazon.com with the 10,000 food products to choose from. You really don't need to have an enormous selection of products in order to be successful making money selling online. That's just not necessary. Now that we've been in this for several years, we're at about 400 to 500 items, but we didn't start with that. We only started with about 10 or 12. And for you to start off with 10 or 12 and to get kind of an idea, get a feel for how it is to interact with customers online. I was in, just to take a side note, was in retail for about 20 years. And dealing with customers face-to-face is a totally different scenario than dealing with customers online. And when you've got complaints or you got a problem or a concern, or if you got a compliment and you have a lot of positive feedback too, that's a great thing as well. But just if you don't understand the interaction between you and the customer online, it's not gonna be something you're gonna enjoy doing. So by starting off with a few items, and then starting off with like an eBay or even an Etsy type of platform and getting going with that is going to be a great opportunity for you to understand how this works. When we started to do this selling online, it wasn't something that just happened overnight. Like I said, we've been doing it for several years, and in no way, shape, or form was it a get-rich-fast scheme. And if you watch any videos on YouTube, you see a lot of people pitching that concept. It's baloney. They'll be happy to take your $40 to get their video, and the only way they're making money is by selling you something that you can find out through Google for free. Nobody taught me any of this as far as online business. I do have a degree in marketing. And I hold several patents, so I'm familiar with inventions and I'm familiar with the business world. But again, nobody showed me how to do any of this. I pretty much had to find it out on my own through trial and error, and that's okay, and that's fine. But again, I'm not here to inflate my ego or talk about what I've done over my lifespan. But I'm just telling you that it's something that you can do, and if you're dedicated to it and you work hard and give it literally as corny as it sounds, you just got to work hard at it every single day. We get up around 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, and we're up to about sometimes 11, 12 at night. But it's something that I enjoy doing, and again, something that makes you successful at something is going to be a passion you have for doing it. So I would highly recommend that if you're wanting to start a business online selling products, definitely give it a shot through like an eBay or an established platform and go from there. I would give yourself my own opinion. I would give yourself about a year to about a year and a half before you put time and effort and money into building a website. Definitely look forward and try to educate yourself and learn about building a website yourself. When we started off, I went through four different website building programs to try to build our site, and the best one that I found was Weebly.com. I don't get paid to say that, by the way. Just Weebly.com. I would recommend that big time. It's very simple. The website development, the building, the features, the interaction with the website, the platform is very simple. It's a great site. If you're going to sell merchandise, definitely recommend that. So give yourself about a year to year and a half. Understand how it is to sell online. There's a lot that goes on with it. You got to understand shipping, price points, your margins. You got to understand how to get a product from here to Asia if someone buys it. If you're shipping internationally, which we've shipped to 15 plus countries, you got to understand the shipping on that as well. You're going to have damaged products. You're going to have products that have to come back, or that's all part of the business. Anyone that thinks that they're going to get into this and have 100% positive interaction with customers every time, you're kidding yourself. When I first started off on eBay, we had several hundred positive feedbacks before we had a negative one. And then the first negative one I got, I was just like blown away and upset and all that good stuff. But then I realized that it's kind of just part of the business. You're going to have 100 great orders, and you're going to have 5 of them where no matter what you do, you're going to end up having a customer return an item, leave negative feedback. Excuse me. And you have to learn how to deal with that. So it's not some type of really glamorous concept to have a business online, but it can definitely be rewarding and financially be very, very rewarding as well. But you just got to bear with it. You got to learn what you can learn. If you have questions about something you don't know the answer to, Google it. Seriously. Every single question that I've ever had, I just typed it into Google, researched it, found out what the answer was, and moved on. So if you're willing to put the time and effort into it, the great thing about it is as your business grows and you've been doing it for a while, the ability to take a day off is great because I can just do it whenever I feel like doing it. When you're sleeping, you may have heard this before from people who sell online, you're making money while you're sleeping. Are you making millions? It depends on the type of business that you're in. But to be honest with you, you could be 2 o'clock in the morning and someone in another country bought a whole bunch of products. You get up the next day and you see this huge order. It's like such a rush when you get that feeling. It's really an amazing feeling. So if you're looking to sell online, the tip of the night is basically this. Try to start a business on eBay. Try to start a business on Etsy. Start small, but use a platform that's already existing. Don't invest time. If nobody knows your product, nobody knows your name, your brand is not out there, do not waste your time building a website trying to promote it. That's something that can come down the road. But until that happens, I would just recommend you from experience, don't do that. Because unless you've got 500,000 people or 1 million people in your local area, close by with that know your product, know your brand, and then you have a website and they can generate friends, tell friends to, hey, go check out the website and buy this. If that doesn't already exist for you, you're going to be wasting your time, effort, money, resources on a website that nobody's going to know about. And it's best to create a brand or at least some small bit of name for yourself and then put the time into getting a website. That's what I got for you tonight. I hope that helps you out. If you have any questions, let me know down below. If you subscribe to our channel, I've got videos coming out constantly. I'm actually putting together an ebook that's going to bring together all this stuff that I've been talking about and some more stuff that I haven't put videos up yet. And the ebook will be ready shortly, probably the next month, month and a half. I'll have it finished and done. But until then, if you have any questions, let me know. And I hope. Hey guys, it's me again. It's Damien from the Brittle Box Candy Company. Just wanted to do a really quick video. I've had some people inquire about how to utilize the internet for revenue, for different sources of revenue with the one type of business that they have. What would be the best way to spread it out and how to make money from different sources at the same time. We do that right now. We use Etsy.com to sell our products. We also are on Amazon and a few other platforms. We also have our own website for our company as well. I would recommend that if you are producing a product, no matter what it is, if it is a product that you make, it's handmade, and you can make large quantities of it, and you can make it relatively quick and easy and at a low cost. Take advantage of the fact that there are sites such as eBay. We had actually started on eBay years ago, and then we stepped away from it to open our own site. Just because we just started to get so large and we had such a following that we were able to capitalize on that and just go ahead and utilize our own website. So we went to Amazon because we heard a lot of good things about Amazon, and we've been on Amazon for about a year now with our candies and our goods, our baked goods and edible products. So between Etsy, our own store page, website, as well as Amazon, those three selling platforms have been tremendously well for us. And now that we have an opportunity, we have an additional blog, we have our social media as well for Facebook, Pinterest, Tumblr, and you name it. We're on Twitter as well. We were able to drum up even additional business and fund money from that. So if you're in a situation where you are trying to figure out where to go with your product, but it's a handmade product, definitely utilize Etsy. Hop on there and check out how easy it is to use. There's a lot of tutorials on YouTube. I also will be posting some additional videos on how to start and open it and grow it. Our Etsy shop right now, we average about 300 to 400 views a day, per day. This year has been one of our best years yet. We capitalize on the ad campaigns that they allow you to do, so that actually gives you an opportunity to buy advertising, and it's a pay-per-click type of method. That has brought a lot of business as well. But really hitting every day. It's got to be a daily ritual, a daily habit that you take advantage of the social media sites. If you're posting new products up and you've got, if you're on a blog, for instance, if you want to expand the reach of your blog, the social media is definitely the way to go. And doing it yourself, spending about a 30-minute to about an hour a day is really going to make a big difference. And the exposure you're going to get. There's a lot of scams and honestly some misleading ideas out there that there are people who can put you on 1,000 search engines and they can bring a tremendous amount of traffic to your site. I've tried that. I've kind of been there and done that, and it's just not worth it. You don't get the results that they promise. And if you're doing it yourself, you know where you're at, you know where you're going with it, and you know what exposure you're getting. So I would highly recommend just spend the time every day. If you can do an hour, that's great. I do about 30 minutes to an hour. It's either early in the morning or late in the evening. Just reposting stuff to social media. Google Plus is a great place to be. Of course, Twitter and all of the others as well. But taking the time to do it and to post your product listings. I know that there are links on Etsy once you post a product that you can take advantage of those buttons. Press them really quick, get your product up there, and move on to the next thing. But doing your own marketing online with these social medias every single day is going to make an enormous difference in your business, and it's definitely going to bring you additional resources back to you. So hopefully that really quick video will help you out. I would definitely say check out Amazon and Etsy and of course, creating your own website as well will bring you additional business. That was our goal. That's really should be your goal too, is to steer yourself away from relying solely on Amazon's and the other online marketplaces, but creating your own presence online, creating your own customer base using your website. That's the ticket. That's the key. And I'll have a couple other videos out there that I'll put up for putting your food products and stuff on Amazon, and the techniques that I use every day to make that happen. Hey guys, it's Damien from the Brittle Box Candy Company. I've got another few videos I'm going to do tonight. I've got a lot of questions about how to use the Google Plus. I did a couple videos in regards to how to use and leverage Google Plus to get more business for your online business, and how to grow your business using Google Plus and the communities within Google Plus. So just a really quick rundown. I own and operate a candy company. My wife and I started a home-based business, and then we grew it into a commercial facility. But we do our business online. It's actually 99% of our business is through the internet. We pretty much use social media for the most part to grow our business. We also contact bloggers. We utilize a lot of different resources to grow our business, and I decided to go ahead and do a video series just to offer some advice in regards to business through the internet and growing it. So I'm looking over to my side here. I've got my computer. I've actually went ahead and pulled up my Google Plus page. I wanted to specifically talk about wedding favors. If you're in the business of making any type of product that can be used as a wedding favor, and that can pretty much be candles, jams, non-edible items, it could be candies, it could be chocolates, it could be truffles, whatever it may be. One simple, easy, great, and effective way that I have used Google Plus to grow my business in regards to the wedding favors that we do is to go to Google Plus. If you have not created a page for yourself, go ahead and create one. Also, it's great if you can create a web page specifically for your business. That's also really the best thing to do. Best way to get started with that to promote your business, because your name and the business name and all that good stuff will be in there. The personal page on there is fine, but really try to utilize it for business purposes. And here's the best way to do that. So, just looking at some of my notes, what we do is we have a line of candies that we can package and we can present as a wedding favor, pretty much for any wedding party or corporate event, pretty much any type of event, not necessarily a wedding. But if you specialize in wedding favors, you can definitely use this little tip. What I did is I go over to the search for communities button on the Google Plus page, and I go ahead and I literally just typed in the word wedding. When I first started to look around for different communities where I can promote my product and let people know what we offer and what we do. So I typed in the word wedding, and a ton of different communities came up. And what happens when you use Google Plus and their little search box or little search engine there, what it's going to do is pull up all these existing wedding-related communities. Now, there are some that are for photographers. If you're into doing catering for like food, if you're doing food and such, you can get in touch with potential clients as well as other caterers or other organizations that you can pair up with, and then you can grow your business that way as well. But we specifically were looking to promote our wedding favors. So I pulled up the list of different communities. Then I went ahead and joined them. And then what that allowed me to do is to have instant access to thousands upon thousands of members within each specific community. So I can reach out and I can get potential customers. We can also do resale to caterers or event planners that want to purchase our product. We're of course still making a margin for yourself, and I'll get into that just in a minute. But purchase it from us, and then they can turn around and sell it to their clients. But of course, it's your product, your favor, your food item. So what that does is I'll copy and paste a listing either from my website or from my Etsy store, from my Amazon store, whatever platform that you're selling on. You can copy and paste that URL into these communities. Give a brief little description about the listing or the URL that you're adding, explaining to people what it is and what your capabilities are, that you can offer wedding favors, You can offer products, food products, or whatever that product may be, as a favor for weddings. And you can handle any size. If you're into doing events that are up to 1,000 or 10,000 people, if you have that ability, put that into the description above the link, so potential customers, potential clients, and potential businesses that can buy from you will know what you do, and then what you can handle. So for instance, as an example, let's say you make custom scented candles and you have them in small glass jars, and you can put them into a packaging that would be perfect for a wedding favor or for a party of 100, 1,000, or 2,000 people. You can copy and paste that URL so you have a nice picture of your product, whatever platform you're selling it on. If it happens to be your own website, that's fine. If it's a listing within your Etsy store, if you sell online and you have an Etsy shop, that's perfect too, because you'll promote your shop and you can actually draw customers in with just that single URL, and you could actually sell additional products to a customer who is potentially looking to buy candles or whatever that product may be. So what you could do is, even within some of the communities itself, scan through and scroll through the community, check to see if you can find a company that handles that, the catering business, another company that handles specifically favors, that may be looking to buy some of the products that you make at a discount, and of course resell it to their clients. That's one way of doing it. Another great way is to find bloggers who specifically blog about weddings. The wedding industry as a whole has a lot of, it's very dynamic, has a lot of different types of businesses that are associated with it. Everything from people who make the gowns, the invitations, the caterers for the food, the DJs, the venue, etc., etc. So there is a really vast variety of people that you can solicit and sell to, and of course get promote your product to, or even work with, and then try to work with their clients. So don't try to be really one-minded about it, or very narrow-minded about the idea of approaching other aspects of the wedding business as a whole, to try to collaborate with them and to sell your product to them. Or they may give you a list of clients that they are looking for a certain product, and you have that product. So try to think outside the box. When it comes to getting free exposure, in a sense, the only thing that's going to cost you really is the time that you put into it. But when it doesn't cost you any money and just some time, it's definitely worth putting your time into. I'm just looking at the screen over here, and there's literally probably 2 or 3 dozen communities, wedding photographers, dresses, venues. So there's a lot of different people that you can potentially reach just by simply joining a community. It doesn't cost you anything. You could just join it, and then you can view it by going into it, and then start posting your products. It's a really effective way to start making sales. It has worked for us. Of course, I'm not really going to get into any numbers, but it definitely has worked for us, and it's grown our business. But it's a great, simple, easy way, and it's very cost effective, because it costs you literally $0 to do it, just some time. What I try to do every day, if you want to work this into your schedule as a small business owner, my time is the most valuable thing that we have. Every minute of the day, I'm constantly doing something. But if you could spend some time just promoting online with some of these communities, it's going to pay off in big ways. So I would definitely recommend doing that. And if you are looking for other types of avenues, if you're not doing wedding favors specifically, there's a lot of other groups that can offer a lot of exposure for what you do. So I do hope that you like our videos. I'm going to keep making a handful of videos every day and posting them. Comment if you have any questions, just ask me. I'd be happy to try to answer them for you. I have about 25 to 30 videos in the next few days I'm going to be putting up, and they'll be covering a wide range of topics, including Amazon, FBA, selling food, private label food products, and I'll explain to you how you can do that. So thanks, guys. I do hope that you... Hey, guys, it's Damien from the Brittle Box Candy Company. I'm doing another video really quick on how we have built our candy business online. We started from scratch. A little bit about who we are if you haven't seen any videos of us yet. My wife and I started a small candy company. It was a home-based business. We've actually grown that to sell in over 15 countries. And we do all of our business online through numerous selling platforms. And these videos that I offer are basically my experience in starting a business from scratch, and growing it into a successful business. And okay, so I'm going to get right down to it. This video specifically is about how we use Amazon. We sell on Amazon, but how we use Pinterest and social media to promote our sales that we run on Amazon. And I don't mean sales by products that we sell. I mean sales in regards to discounts that we offer for a certain period of time. What we will do is we'll run a 10% off sale, or a buy two get one free, that type of a sale. But it's really important to tie in your social media, whatever they may be. We try to take advantage of all of them. Pinterest, Tumblr, Facebook, you name it. We have some type of presence there. But the objective is really to use those in relations to the sales that you're going to run. If you have a product, if there's something that you make, or if you have a store, whatever it may be. What we try to do, and what's worked really well for us, is that we have, for instance, on Amazon, we'll run a sale from, let's say, July 1st to July 5th, and we'll give a 10% discount on the products. We right now have about 300 items on Amazon. Our Etsy store has over 500, 550 or so. And actually, what we sell is candy that is all handmade. Everything's made fresh to order. We have cookies, cake balls, you name it, we pretty much make it. So when we run a sale, we try to promote that utilizing our social media as well. So what we do is we'll start a sale. Once the listing for that product is up, let's say on Amazon, there's several social media buttons that you can pin it. You can put it on Facebook. You can post it on Tumblr, etc. What we will do is that we will make it available on Pinterest. We will pin it, and then the little caption or description that we explain what the pin is that we'll do a little promotion stating, hey, if you're interested in this product, we have it available right now at 10% off, or buy two get one free, or free shipping, whatever it may be that you're running on your sale. But it's like really, really important to take advantage of those social media sites to get not only additional eyes on your product to get the exposure, but to help promote that short period of time that you have for your sale. If it's from the 1st of the month to the 10th, that small period, that window of opportunity, try as much as you can over those 9 or 10 days to constantly promote the product, telling them about the sale that you've got. It's a great way to get also people, for instance, with Pinterest specifically, it's a great site that people can share the products with someone by repinning it and then telling friends about it. So what we do, and it's been really successful, is by doing that, we've actually attracted additional customers, new customers over to our stores, and then sales have increased dramatically by doing that. So whether it be a Pinterest and Amazon, or Pinterest and Etsy, or if you're on eBay, we had a store on eBay. We grew so big on eBay, we ended up taking that to open up our own site, our own website, just to kind of steer away from eBay. So, but during the meantime, we used to do that as well. We would take it, and we had products up on eBay that we did a special for. So we would promote those on our social media sites, and it doesn't take a lot of extra time. Something that we do every day. It's kind of like a daily ritual, part of the business routine. Is I spend probably about an hour throughout the day, maybe hour and a half, on and off the computer, updating social media sites with our new products. And if we're running a special or a sale, it's definitely something that I do for that period from start to finish, that you got to just be on there, and you got to be diligent, you got to be persistent. One thing that I've learned being an entrepreneur and having a business and growing it the way that we have, we average, like for instance right now with Etsy, all the social media that I've done, all the social media marketing that I've tried to do to build my business, we average on Etsy since our day that we've opened to today, between 300 to 400 views every single day. Some days are a lot less, some days are much, much more. But by getting 300 to 400 views just on our Etsy shop, that's not our Amazon or any of our other outlets that we sell on, it's paid off in regards to building up the social media presence. Pinterest, I think we've got like 1,600 pins. The one thing that I've noticed that's really worked good for us when we're using Pinterest is that I occasionally will go back and repeat pins, taking the same product, maybe the beginning of the month, and that 2 months later, I'll pin it again. But constantly just keeping the flow of Pinterest, so you never know who's going to be looking at your page or your boards that you've created on Pinterest. So if you have a pin that's something that you sell a lot of, but if I just came across it on Pinterest and it was the first time I ever saw your board and you repinned it and it was a product that I was interested in, I'd probably buy it. So the idea is to just repetition, over and over and over, and it's a great way to guarantee your sales, to get customers to come back and attract new ones. So really quick tip, just take about 6 minutes of your time. If you like us, definitely let me know if you have any questions in regards to online businesses. We've had a great amount of success online compared to we had a retail storefront and a retail bakery, but by transitioning to the online presence, business is much different and much better. So do subscribe to us. I'm going to be doing videos on everything from how to properly ship cookies and package cookies so they don't break, and to how to send a cake to a family member, or if you're in a business and you want to know how to ship a cake, we're going to do videos on that. Everything that we sell, we ship secured, and anything I can help you with, that's why I'm making the videos. Hey guys, it's Damien. I'm back from the Brittle Box Candy Company. I've got a few videos I'm going to be posting tonight. I've had a handful of new videos that will be up shortly, but I'm going to do a couple tonight and have them up very quickly. If you haven't seen one of my videos, just a little bit about who I am. I own and operate, along with my wife, I operate a candy company that we started online. We've been doing it now for about 6 or 7 years. We've delivered to about 15 different countries, and we operate on several platforms, Etsy, eBay, Amazon, Bonanza, and our own website. But I have a handful of videos I put out. I talk a little bit about my experience as an entrepreneur, as starting a business from nothing and growing it, and the challenges that I've kind of overcome and the things that I've had to face growing my business. So this video tonight is briefly going to be about Amazon and selling grocery and gourmet food items. I don't get into electronics or any other types of products. We hand make over about 400 to 500 different items. Chocolate covered pretzels, brittle candies, hard candies, and we have had really good success on these different platforms. So I offer videos to give you some information on how we do it and how we've done it and how we can grow, continue to grow. So tonight specifically, I wanted to talk about Amazon. We are about a year or so into, a little bit past a year on Amazon. We've done, as far as quantity of orders, we've done about 2,000 orders, I believe it is, through Amazon, and our business continues to grow, mainly with the items that we make, we hand make. We operate a commercial kitchen that we operate from, that we ship all over the place. We started to dabble in the FBA, having Amazon fulfill orders for some of the products that we make because they have a shelf life and are shelf stable. If you are thinking about doing Amazon FBA with food products and you produce a product, please do keep in mind the shelf life of whatever your product may be, and you need to know your shelf life. And of course, it has to be labeled and packaged appropriately with nutritional information and all that good stuff. But this video is going to be just a little bit more about the popularity of grocery and food items and gourmet food items and kind of like niche products. If you're into making small batch beef jerky, if you're into making barbecue sauces, rubs, seasoning rubs, snack items, whatever it may be, Amazon's growth in their grocery section, grocery area, has been tremendous. Just over the past couple years, they've invested millions of dollars opening numerous warehouses across the U.S. and I believe they're actually doing it worldwide, but I know for sure in the U.S. And the demand for grocery items, niche products, and small batch items is growing considerably, and it has a very steady growth rate over the next few years from what I've read online. And I'm just doing a little quick video to share some of that information with you. If you are in the business of producing something like small batch food products, FBA may be the best way to go if you can produce it in bulk and then ship it out to them. Traditionally, as FBA works, if you're not familiar with FBA, it allows fulfillment by Amazon is what FBA stands for. You ship a product to Amazon and they will warehouse it. They will ship it. They will pack it. They will customer service it. Everything that you need to do with it once it's in their hands. And if you've created an item that can sit in a warehouse for some time, at least until it has an opportunity to be sold, FBA is a great way to send out a bunch of product. And while you're still working and filling your orders, if you're at a retail location or if you're strictly online from your your production facility directly to the customer as we are. We don't have a retail location. We don't have a brick and mortar store. We just get the orders in and then we fill it as a person orders the item. So what it's done for us is it allows us to fill a huge order to Amazon's warehouse. They can stock it, leave it in their warehouse. Customers can purchase it, and they can process it. They can ship it. They can handle all of that on the back end while we're continuing to do our business online and continue to fill orders. So it's a great way to increase your brand awareness as well, because it can get more of your product into customers' hands while you're building your business, maybe on your own website or other selling platforms. As I mentioned before, we're on Etsy, Amazon, and Bonanza, as well as eBay is where we started. We're not necessarily that strong right now on eBay because we've transitioned over to our own website and do business through our own website now, which we started at eBay to see if it would work and if it would take off. And we did, probably about 2 or 3 years, we did considerably well considering the type of product that we make and what we do. And then we transitioned over to a normal website, a regular website where we do our e-commerce now. So just a real quick one about FBA. If you're looking to find out more information about FBA specifically on Amazon in regards to food, it is slightly different, only because if you are doing a food, you have to get pre-approved for that category. And Amazon's website, or if you Google Amazon FBA food or gourmet grocery, those keywords, a lot of information will come up from Amazon. You can learn more about it. I could actually sit here and talk for 5 or 6 hours, which you probably don't want to listen to me talk for 5 or 6 hours, about Amazon, and I probably wouldn't even touch the tip of the iceberg in regards to how involved it is in a lot of stuff that they offer. So just educate yourself, Google it. If you have any questions for me, I'd be happy to help you out. If you like our videos, click the like button and subscribe. We offer a whole bunch of videos every week. I have a handful this week that we'll be doing. Last week I had not had a chance to put a few up. So I hope that helps, and hope to see you again. Thanks. Hi guys, it's Damien from the Riddle Box Candy Company. How are you? Doing this really quick video on how to drive additional sales on your online business, specifically with handmade food items. Just a real quick rundown again of myself if you're not familiar with my videos. I started a small candy company out of my home, my wife and I, and we've actually grown that into a commercial facility now. And we have a very strong presence online as well as in some local retailers. And we have a lot of opportunities that are opening up to us every single day thanks to the lovely internet. So I've been doing this professionally now for several years, and we have shops that have been growing and growing very rapidly. I worked in retail for about 20 plus years prior to going into business for myself, and I'll tell you, being an entrepreneur beats any job that's definitely out there. You do have to be willing to push yourself, as well as have a vision for where you want to go and kind of stick to that. And it's not a 9-to-5 job. It is a 7 a.m. in the morning to 11:30 at night kind of situation. But you're the one in control, and you're the one doing the thinking for yourself, and that makes a huge difference in how the quality of your life will end up being. So I love what I do, and I definitely love to do these videos. I just started doing some to try to help people out there who may be wondering where to go, where to start, if they have a handmade product that they make, more focused on food. I don't make jewelry. I don't do other crafts and other things, but we do offer about 500 types of products on our sites. We're on Amazon, Etsy, and a few other places. But anyways, back to what I was going to talk to you about today is driving sales. We have a tendency to run sales probably 2 or 3 times a month on Amazon, specifically our shop. I would recommend you doing this if you're just getting your feet wet and you're just starting with Amazon. Running sales, the type of sales that we run that I've had really great success with is doing sales based on the quantity of items purchased. And what I mean by that is on Amazon you can set a campaign, sale campaign, an ad campaign, and you can designate the time frame from when you want it to start as well as when you want it to end. You can designate how many items or a percentage off or even a free shipping type of situation. I don't do the free shipping because many of our products have a tendency to weigh a couple of pounds to 3 or 4 or 5 pounds. I do, however, give an incentive that if they buy 2 products we normally kind of do a 10% off of 2 or more. Sometimes I'll say if you buy 3 items or more, you get a percentage off. What I do that for a specific reason, is that we offer so many different items. If I can get a customer to purchase a product from me, and they can buy 3 or 4 of them, or even 5 of them, and they're different types of items, it's going to offer the customer different things that they can sample, they can try. They'll give to a family member, they'll give to a neighbor, maybe they'll give it as a gift. But it definitely gives them an opportunity to try different flavors of maybe the candies, if it's a baked good or cake ball. And it definitely gets a 10% off discount, so the customer does get a little bit off there as well. But the more items I can sell to a customer in one shot, in one order, the better off it's going to be, to try to drive sales and get additional customers to come back, or to get that customer who bought 3 different type of items to come back and try something else. This has worked really well. We do it on Amazon. We also do it on our Etsy shop. Etsy has the same, something very similar to this type of a discount item. You use like a promo code, a promotional code, and again, you, the seller, can designate what that will be, how much that will be, the time frame from when the sale will start and to when it will be finished. Take advantage of those sales or discounts that you can offer to your customers, especially throughout this time of the year, July, August, September, prior to the holidays. If customers can try your products and the holidays are coming, if they were to get several items and they can get a percentage off, or if you end up giving a buy 2 get 1 free, however you like to work it, you can definitely drive sales in the future going into the holidays. You want to definitely keep your thoughts always several months out, not necessarily on today and what's happening in this very moment. If you start a sale, do it today, do it this week, do it this month, and then going into the holiday season, you'll have a great opportunity to get additional sales, because if the customer enjoys what they bought from you, you'll just have them come back prior to the holidays. And you never know who that customer may be. They could be someone who's in charge of a marketing department for a big company, and they're going to want you to do, let's say if you're doing gift baskets, and they buy several items from you, you could score a sale that would be 300 or 400 gift baskets in one shot. That's a big sale. So try to keep your mind set down the road. You want to look out to about 4 or 5 months down the road as far as what holidays are coming up, what specials you want to run now to get the customer to come back prior to the holidays. So definitely keep that in mind. I hope these little tips and pointers will help you out. This is what we use constantly throughout the year, and it's helped us out drive sales and get additional customer base and get more customers to purchase from us. So hope you enjoyed that video. And again, you can apply these to any site that you're selling on right now. Everybody, like Amazon, eBay has special deals as well. If you're on eBay, if you're on Bonanza, that's also a great site to start on as well. But take a look at the sales that you can do and run, and get more customers. So I hope that helps. Hey guys, it's me again. It's Damien from the Brittle Box Candy Company. Just wanted to do a really quick video. I've had some people inquire about how to utilize the internet for revenue, for different sources of revenue with the one type of business that they have. What would be the best way to spread it out, and how to make money from different sources at the same time. We do that right now. We use Etsy.com to sell our products. We also are on Amazon and a few other platforms. We also have our own website for our company as well. I would recommend that if you are producing a product, no matter what it is, if it is a product that you make, it's handmade, and you can make large quantities of it, and you can make it relatively quick and easy and at a low cost. Take advantage of the fact that there are sites such as eBay. We had actually started on eBay years ago, and then we stepped away from it to open our own site, just because we just started to get so large and we had such a following that we were able to capitalize on that and just go ahead and utilize our own website. So we went to Amazon because we heard a lot of good things about Amazon, and we've been on Amazon for about a year now with our candies and our goods, our baked goods and edible products. So between Etsy, our own store page, website, as well as Amazon, those 3 selling platforms have been tremendously well for us. And now that we have an opportunity, we have an additional blog, we have our social media as well for Facebook, Pinterest, Tumblr, and you name it. We're on Twitter as well. we were able to drum up even additional business and fund money from that. So if you're in a situation where you are trying to figure out where to go with your product, but it's a handmade product, definitely utilize Etsy. Hop on there and check out how easy it is to use. There's a lot of tutorials on YouTube. I also will be posting some additional videos on how to start and open it and grow it. Our Etsy shop right now, we average about 300 to 400 views a day, per day. This year has been one of our best years yet. We capitalize on the ad campaigns that they allow you to do, so that actually gives you an opportunity to buy advertising, and it's a pay-per-click type of method. That has brought a lot of business as well. But really, really, really hitting every day. It's got to be a daily ritual, a daily habit that you take advantage of the social media sites. If you're posting new products up and you've got, if you're on a blog, for instance, if you want to expand the reach of your blog, the social media is definitely the way to go. And doing it yourself, spending about a 30 minute to about an hour a day is really going to make a big difference, and the exposure you're going to get. There's a lot of scams and honestly some misleading ideas out there that there are people who can put you on 1,000 search engines and they can bring a tremendous amount of traffic to your site. I've tried that. I've kind of been there and done that, and it's just not worth it. You don't get the results that they promise. And if you're doing it yourself, you know where you're at, you know where you're going with it, and you know what exposure you're getting. So I would highly recommend just spend the time every day. If you can do an hour, that's great. I do about 30 minutes to an hour. It's either early in the morning or late in the evening. Just reposting stuff to social media. Google Plus is a great place to be. Of course, Twitter and all of the others as well. But taking the time to do it and to post your product listings. I know that there are links on Etsy once you post a product that you can take advantage of those buttons. Press them really quick, get your product up there, and move on to the next thing. But doing your own marketing online with these social medias every single day is going to make an enormous difference in your business, and it's definitely going to bring you additional resources back to you. So hopefully that really quick video will help you out. I would definitely say check out Amazon and Etsy, and of course creating your own website as well will bring you additional business. That was our goal. That really should be your goal too, is to steer yourself away from relying solely on Amazon's and the other online marketplaces, but creating your own presence online, creating your own customer base using your website. That's the ticket. That's the key. And I'll have a couple other videos out there that I'll put up for putting your food products and stuff on Amazon, and the techniques that I use every day to make that happen. So, hi guys, it's Damien from the Brittle Box Candy Company. I'm doing another video really quick on how to grow your Etsy business. Really quick rundown if you haven't seen any of our videos. I've been selling online now for several years. We also sell to retailers. We all have multiple shops on Amazon, Etsy, Bonanza. We started on eBay and have transitioned over to a lot of other selling sites. Etsy has been fantastic. I highly recommend if you make products on your own, hand make a product, no matter what it is, I would recommend go to Etsy and find out more about it. I'm going to be making several videos to give you some tips on how we grew our business. We average right now this year, 2015, we average over 480 visits a day on our store. Our products have to date have been seen in over 170 countries, and we've shipped our products to 15 countries and counting so far. So we have done quite well and grown our business with our handmade candies, cake balls, cupcakes, cakes, buns, brittles, hard candies. We have over 500 items that we sell, and we hand make pretty much like 90% of that. There's a few supplies, so baking supplies and things that we sell as well. But we specialize in candies, and we cater a lot of events. We do a lot of weddings. We've done over 500 weddings as well. But I only tell you all of these statistics, these stats, just to let you know that you can also grow your business and do this type of sales and this type of business through Etsy. It's a great site. Hands down, fantastic. So, really quick, this video is about getting your customers to come back again and again. And the way that we do it is by sending this. sending these out. It's a flyer just to thank our customer. It's a really basic flyer saying thank you for the order. But we also put on there, we offer several different varieties of, if it happens to be a brittle, let's say it was a brittle they purchased from us, we have over 50 varieties and 50 flavors. We'll put on the flyer the types of flavors that we have available. Some other hard candies. They should come back to our store and check out our new products if we have a new flavor. Also cake balls, if they've got an event coming up. We cater a lot of events by shipping our cake balls, our bundt cakes, and many other cakes for different events. So it's a great way to drive sales on your Etsy store, on your Etsy shop, and to get them to come back again and again. We like to put these in pretty much every package. You make it up yourself. It's very simple, but you definitely want to add some of the new items that you're doing. Tell your customers you may start a sale next week on a Sunday. We're going to have a 15% off sale. So it's a great item to put onto the flyer as well. If they've got young ones, teenagers or young college kids that are away from home, if you offer college care packages, it's a great reminder once they get the item that they bought from you and they enjoy it, you want that customer to come back and buy more stuff from you. But it's a very simple marketing tool to do. You can add it to your package, and people love to add the additional sales to your bottom line. Etsy obviously loves the additional sales as well. But it's a very simple thank you note along with some information on what you sell. And it's a great way to drive traffic. We see about a 20 to 30% increase in our sales with the addition of these simple flyers in every package. Many a times we'll get a customer who tells us, hey, we have the flyer you sent out, and we gave that to our neighbor, we gave it to a family member, and they end up buying something from us, so you actually can get an additional customer. If you make a product like a favor, a party favor, if it happens to be something edible or even something non-edible, but something that can be marketed to anyone who has an event such as a wedding, an anniversary, graduation, and you're going to be selling anywhere from 50 to 100 pieces or 1,000 pieces, you got to keep in mind that you have an opportunity to score those people who are actually going to enjoy that favor. You can get them as customers for yourself. If there's a way within the order package that you send to your customer is to let them know, hey, can I send you a handful of business cards if you can put these out on the table to drive traffic to my Etsy shop. That's a great way to also drive sales. Many of the events that we do, the largest that we've done is over 1,000 pieces for a corporation, for a company. And it's a great way to get 1,000 customers who obviously are going to get that product, to get them to come to your store on Etsy and to end up buying more products. So it's a great simple tool. It's a great way to add additional sales to your bottom line. Put one together and try it on some of the sales that you make, and good luck with that. And I think you'll see a really good return on it, and you end up getting some new customers as well as retaining some of the customers you bought from before. So I'm going to go ahead and make a couple other videos, and I look forward to seeing you then. Thanks.